Yes. Super excited for tonight. We're going to have a nice little chat. Waiting for folks to come on in. All right. Is it going? Yes!
Okay. I guess I'm not as much of an Instagram pot as I thought.
You did it!
How are you?
Oh man, I'm so good. I'm so excited. I'm looking at my baby.
Very
My books. So I'm so excited and just putting things together. It's been great. It's super hot outside.
Yeah, we were in the office today, and the air conditioning struggled to keep up for sure.
Yes. How are you doing?
Doing great, thank you.
That is good. I'm gonna wait a couple of minutes to let Instagram notify people. We're gonna have a nice little cute little chat. I hope you're ready.
Now, is Instagram, once again, Instagram pot, but is since I'm with you, is this now like I'm live too, and my followers can also see this? Or
It'll say that you are joined on a live with me.
okay, and people, but if anybody's like looking, they can be like, oh, what's Steve talking about? When,
Correct.
oh, okay, cool.
Yes. Is this your first time doing this?
Yes, it is. Not even playing. Yeah, no, it's definitely for it's Zoom. Obviously, that's like one thing, but a little Instagram Live, that's very different.
Yes. We're gonna have so much fun. All right,
Okay,
7 o'clock. I like to start on time.
I appreciate that.
So, welcome to What You Mean, the conversation series. Today, guys, my books came in last week. The beauties are here. Yes, I'm so excited. So, this week we have a male. We've been having females, of course, because predominantly I style a lot of women, but I wanted to get some males, and I got Steve to come along. Hey, Steve! And today, our topic, we will be talking about wardrobe essentials and just your personal style evolution, because you definitely don't dress how you were in your teenage years, your 20s, your 30s, your 40s, your 50s, and so on. Or sometimes you may just have a career shift and you completely need to just shift everything. Or you could just have another life change. So a lot of things need to be changed. So we're going to get into it. Of course, we're going to have the addition of a male. Male's dressing strategy is definitely different than a woman's. I mentioned in the book that women, we start with our undergarments because, we have lady parts. So our dressing starts with the undergarments. With men, it's a little more lax versus women. So let's get into a passage from my book, like we always do. I'm going to define what evolution is from the Merriam-Webster dictionary, and then I go into what I am talking about. Then we're going to dive right into our conversation, our topic, our conversation starters. So the Merriam-Webster dictionary defines evolution as 1, a process of change in a certain direction, 2, the process of working out or developing. But in the world of personal style and for the purposes that we are here to discuss in this book, this is what I mean when I talk about evolution. It is what influences your personal appearance and your process in evolving your style. 1, tracking or self-studying the before and after of your style and your visual markers of changes. And 2, embracing your image development with a new pair of eyes for your unique style. And here is another section of the book for chapter 4, which is the evolution. When starting a new project, sometimes it's good to start from scratch. So focus on all there is left to learn and all of the room we have to left to improve. In Terry's case, which is my client in the story, I felt it was necessary for him for different reasons. One was that he required a new look. Another one was he confessed to never being satisfied with the clothes he was given, but did not want to argue with his wife about it, so he just shoved it into his closet and wore them. And lastly, as a 50-something-year-old who wanted a different outcome, I felt it was right for him as a newly single man to learn about the personal style of his own so he could be independent with his personal appearance. So, our first question of the night. Have you ever reflected on your personal style evolution over the years or the months?
So literally not until you asked me to do this,
Yeah.
which it's just, but then once I did, I like kind of couldn't stop reflecting on really how much it's changed and what drove that change.
Okay.
And I think, like you said, you obviously dress differently in your 20s and your
Right.
30s and your 40s. In my case, at each of those ages, I was kind of a different size.
Mm-hmm.
Now, it's much more fun to go
Right.
shopping when, no matter what store you go into, all the clothes fit and they fit great because the body is great and you look good in everything. And you're just sitting here like, I can wear this and I can wear this and I can make choices and I can go to another store and I can come back and I can spend all day doing this because this is fun.
Right.
And you hit a certain age and size and it's like, I just want to get in and get out.
Mm-hmm.
And I know what works and I know what looks good. And
Right.
I think that's been a huge driver for me, is just trying to find things that now are flattering. And for me, it's color.
Mm-hmm.
This blue that I'm wearing right here,
the light blue.
this teal, turquoise, cerulean, whatever you want to call it, is I can pick up a shirt like that and just be like, I'm going to get one of these. And a part of my brain says, you have 8 shirts that in a similar color. And I'm just like, yeah, I know. I look good in this color. I like this color. This is what I want to wear. This is what I feel
good. You know that. Mm-hmm.
This is what I feel good in. And that's been, I think, like a huge driver in the style, is just, all right, figuring out now that the body doesn't just look good because you wake up in the morning,
Right.
what looks good on me and what makes me feel good wearing it and what gives me a little more confidence when I wear it.
Okay. Now, I know that you mentioned that you just started reflecting on your style evolution. Is there any time period where you regretted, like a 5-year time period? Like, do you regret that style period of dressing the way it was, or maybe the influences were kind of triggering it to go that way?
No, I don't think I necessarily have any regrets about anything that I wore. I mean, okay, yeah, I went to high school in the 90s. Yeah, there are certain outfits that I'm like, oh my God, what was I thinking? But no, beyond that, no, I think that once I'd evolved more of my own style and not just following trends, I don't think I ever really regretted,
Okay.
much of what I wore. Everything that I wore looked good. It was just, I felt that after a while, fewer and fewer things looked good.
Mm-hmm.
And fewer and fewer things that I wore, patterns, colors, gave me confidence.
Yes.
And
I love
yeah,
patterns and colors. It's becoming more elaborate for men. I feel like because men started doing like men's fashion week, and also celebrities are just incorporating more men's stuff, and men want to be included in the conversation. So I see a lot of like patterns, and just the textures are being mixed and matched for men. I feel like it's becoming more fun instead of just playing around with like little accessories for men.
mm-hmm.
How do you feel? You're older than me. Do you feel like, well, not do you feel, but do you like the expansion of men's selection when you're in the store now versus like 20 years ago?
I do, and actually not so much now because it's very hot out.
Yeah.
But fall, winter, I love accessorizing, and I have 2 drawers full of scarves that
Yes.
I will just rock out, and just matching every shirt that I own. Sometimes they don't match, they contrast, and I wear them out. And yeah, they also bring me lots of joy, whether, however I'm wearing them. That also changed a little bit because I moved to just north enough in New Jersey. I kind of live in the northwest part of the state now. It gets colder up here.
Yeah.
And the scarf is really practical, but it's also just a great accessory, and it dresses up any outfit, and just the scarves very much make me happy.
Yes, that's on my list of essential staples for men. I put that like all across the board. I think scarves can just dress up, dress down. Yeah, it definitely dresses up like a lot of coats, whether your coat is just like an ordinary black coat or overcoat. It just brings up
And
the
that's
the
exactly what
image.
mine is. My coat is very boring, but I'm not just talking about that. I'll leave the scarf on all day. It just
Yeah,
goes with whatever t-shirt I'm wearing, whatever
or
shirt
sweater.
the scarf just stays on. And
Right.
especially on a Zoom, the scarf is kind of the only thing you see.
Statement piece.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if you can see, if I move this just a little bit. Okay, so this is Lucy. She is our little Argentine bear. She's actually wearing one of my scarves right now because it's cold down here. She gets cold. It was one that I just don't wear very much, because I will also go through and just look at it realistically and say, I don't wear that anymore. Get rid of it. Do something with it. Get it out of your drawers. Make room for more.
Right. All right. So let's get into the essential list. Well, not essential, but for you,
Mm-hmm.
everyone has their needs and wants, and their lifestyles are definitely different from person to person. But what would you say are your top 5 essential investment pieces? The things that are tested, true, and stand with you throughout time.
So for me, I always carry, I hate having things in my pockets.
Mm-hmm.
I carry a messenger bag, a man purse, whatever you want to call it. It's a black Kenneth Cole. I've had it. When it runs out, they have the lifetime guarantee. I just get a new one. And I kind of center things around that, even to the point of breaking some what I know are traditional fashion rules about wearing browns or khakis with black accessories. I'm like, I don't care. I don't like any of the brown
Right.
purses. I have a black one, and with khakis, I'll wear black shoes and a black belt, and I do not care, because that is just my piece. That is just always on my person. And it's just, if it's not there, I'm just, freaking out. And the other thing, and unfortunately, this isn't so much a fashion thing, it's a comfort thing, is shoes. If once I find a pair of shoes that's comfortable, I'll buy like 3 of them just to make sure I have
Some of
them.
them do that. Yes.
Center everything around that comfortable pair of shoes. And I don't care if they're black shoes, I'm wearing them with brown pants. Could care less. It's about being comfortable in, walking around and doing that. So those, I would say, are some of the big ones. And the leather jacket that I, love to wear, weather permitting, I love to wear. It's a lot of just things like that. Everything else to me is very fluid. Suits, unfortunately, a lot of things had to come and go as weight fluctuated. But the shoes, the bag is the big one. From a fashion standpoint, I carry it well. I've been told anyway, I carry it well. It looks good, and it's practical. I don't know why more men just don't do it. You see guys with these bulging pockets all over the place, pants drooping down. It's like, just get a bag.
Right. So you're more of a messenger bag, not like a backpack bag.
Not a backpack bag. It's a messenger bag. It's actually just a sleek little thing, but it's always there.
Oh,
it's always
okay.
It's always.
It's like one of my questions, like my like A. It's like question 3, and then like an A. Are you a backpack or are you a messenger bag? Because men like to have like different styles, or they just prefer one over the other.
I think, unless it's, especially now that I've started going to the gym, it's messenger bag.
Okay.
Is really much more comfortable.
Okay. How would you define your style currently?
Like I said, it's for me, it's comfort and it's being comfortable in my own skin enough to know what
Mhm.
works for me. And it's not even about trends. It's hardly ever about trends.
Yeah.
Um, I can say I'm so grateful now, for example, that flat front pants are the style. I look back on pleated pants. I'm like, please don't ever let pleated pants come back in style. If they do, I refuse to wear them. I will run my flat front pants into the ground until the trend changes again. I get sad. I used to, when I was wearing suits for interviews and stuff, it was three buttons.
Yeah.
Back a little bit. A three-button suit is just so much more flattering on me than a two-button suit.
Yes.
I wear them because it's all that's available. I don't look good in them. I look great. I rock a three-button suit. I wish my old three-button suit still fit. It's not trends. It's just I know what just looks good on me. I know what works and I know what doesn't. And it's sometimes I'll put something on. Every once in a while I will put something on and be like, yeah, no. What were you thinking? But for the most part, it's just I know it looks good, it feels good, and I feel better when I'm wearing it.
Mm-hmm. Some people are not like self-aware to say like, oh, this feels good. And I hear that like repeatedly when you're like talking about your personal style or when you pick stuff, like it just feels good. You know what works for you and you just kind of toss it to the side. Some people are just like, oh, maybe I should try it, and then they just continue to just ignore the signs.
Yeah, no, I've gotten away from that. I mean, I have my moments. You see something, maybe it's on clearance, and I'm just like, I could pull that off, but
No.
I'm like, I can't pull that off. Oops. But no, like I said, I know what feels good. I know what I feel good in,
Right.
and I know what works for me. And like I said, a big one is color for me.
Yes.
I
Okay.
I mean, people are sometimes you're even looking at me. It's just like, didn't you wear that shirt like last week? It's no, I wore a similar, but not the same shirt. That's just that's how it goes.
When did you notice that you, how should I shape this question? When did you know, like what age or what like point did you know like you were confident within yourself on how to select, color and clothes for yourself?
I would say by like my first job out of college. So like by early mid 20s,
Okay.
I was working at a back in the day it was shirt and tie every day for the
Yeah.
guys. I knew how to put that combination together. I still rock a closet full of amazing ties. I always picked good ones. They went with the shirts that I wore. Now that I don't have to do that anymore, the ties still sit there. But even then, I knew that I was presenting myself well. That,
Mm-hmm.
that that I knew what I was doing. I didn't need, even when I went shopping for my first suits, I was still in college, and it was a store called Archie Jacobson. It's not around anymore,
Mm-hmm.
but it was a great store. And I'm trying on my suits, and the guys, as I'm trying on the suits, he's putting together um, some shirt tie combinations, and I'm just like, yeah, no, I want that one. So even at that age, I'm just like, I want that one, I want that one, and he's just like, oh yeah, that'll work too. So even then, I knew. I was just like, I'm fine with this.
Good for you.
It's I'm fine with this, and it's like and then I put it on, and I'm like, yeah, this does work.
What were like your key factors of just being confident? This is like outside of clothes, because I do talk about confidence. I feel like confidence is like the pulse of style, like not even fashion, but just personal style. I feel like confidence is the pulse of style because it just brings so much life. So I would like to dive into, because I feel like you're a confident person outside of fashion and personal style and what you wear. I feel like you're a confident person. What are like your key factors or what influenced you to be confident in what you do on your day-to-day basis?
So just being myself.
Mm-hmm.
I guess if you knew me in before I came out, not confident. The
Okay.
moment I came out, confident, then it's just like I can be myself and kind of be myself with absolutely zero F's to give about being myself.
Mm-hmm.
And that kind of did it. Just kind of not caring, what anybody else thinks, but at the same time realizing in some way that when I'm getting noticed, when I'm getting attention, when I'm getting compliments on something, that
Mm-hmm.
feeds the confidence, but it's not necessary. It just validates a little bit that, yes,
Right.
I'm making choices here. But
Yeah.
the ability to just be yourself and with zero regard for what
Mm-hmm.
others think really does help. And I know it's a lot easier said than done, but it's something that I've been blessed to have, and also just having a supportive family, having supportive friends also very much helps.
It's beautiful. Beautiful. A lot of people don't have confidence. Beautiful.
And now, do you
Mm-hmm.
find that people will use fashion as a way to get that confidence for themselves?
Yes.
And what is the end result of that? Does it work or does it backfire? I know
I
it's supposed to be
primarily,
me, but I'm actually just curious right now.
yeah.
It's totally organic, just very curious about it.
Yeah. So I feel like a lot of the times the fashion, like the avant-garde, when they wear it like every day, it's like, where are you going like this every day? That is like the first question I ask. It's not a photo shoot everywhere you go. The functionality is not like practical. Like, I'm just a practical person. I mean, I can have the dreams and all everything else, but I wrote in the introduction of my book, like, fashion, to put it in a nutshell, is distracting from who you are as a person, and personal style is more in tune with, the intangible things of you. So I
Mm.
feel like fashion, like the the industry of fashion, the business of fashion, like the high end fashion, it's just very distracting. And a lot of the times, like, it's not really functional for your everyday or what you're trying to do in life. Because a lot of the times, if it's a man who's single, like, where are you wearing this like big avant-garde thing at? Like, where are you going? Do females like looking at that sometimes? A lot of the times female want to be, the eye catching person, and the male kind of just plays the background. So I mean, I don't know. For practical reasons, it's cool for it to look as art or a photo shoot or to grab your attention in marketing, but every day, like the everyday, I just feel like it's very distracting from who you are as a person. And a lot of people are just not aware of their flaws, because sometimes your flaws can be like a beautiful thing, and you can bring that out with your personal style, like your confidence. You know who you are, so it kind of just put a more umph into your look.
Right, and you're not hiding behind that avant-garde fashion. You're
Hmm. But yeah, fashion is fun though, but not for every day. Not for every day.
right. And I love that you make the distinction between fashion and style, because yeah, fashion is more about the trends. And like I said, I don't really the trends do not faze me one bit. I just, I know. I mean, if I see something new, I might be willing to try it if it's not a departure from what I'm doing. And actually, even so this is a short sleeve button down. This
Right.
did not come into my wardrobe at all until 2012,
Mm-hmm.
when, or actually 2013, I had rotator cuff surgery and I couldn't raise my arm over my head. I never
Oh.
before then. And then it was now May of 2013 is going into summer, and I need some shirts that I can wear when I can't put my arms up. And I discovered a new look.
Yeah.
I was like, all right, this works. I was calling it my Guy Fieri look.
Mhm.
Those just obnoxious patterns, like big, loud, button-down shirts,
Right.
and just kept them in. And it's like, yeah, where has this been all my life? But it took that activity for me to embrace a little something new.
Yeah, that is why I kind of just dived into personal styling versus continuing to do editorials, because I just find and just grab inspiration from different cultures or different people or just a homeless person trying to keep warm, and I just see how they wrap like something around them. I'm just like, oh, that looks like a scarf. Let me try that. I don't know. I just find inspiration for things, and I'm able to kind of just dumb it down so it's practical for a regular person, or hike it up if I need to for like a fashion brand's lookbook or marketing purposes. But I don't know. I just find inspiration from talking to people or just seeing how different cultures kind of just do whatever they need to do, and I just kind of just grab from it. I get inspired like when I move around.
Now, you talked about, you read from your book earlier, and you talked about the guy whose wife did his shopping and didn't kind of understand his style, and he would just shut up and wear it. And
Yeah.
then later on, you went back to that chapter, and he's a single man now. So he's not with that woman anymore who was kind of ramming his own style down his throat. So when he was defining his own personal style, was a lot of it now to find somebody new, or was it really more just taking a moment for himself to figure out what his style was? What was kind of the motivation for his style?
So he was newly divorced. I met him as a divorcee, and he had relocated. So he wanted just everything new in his life. And I wanted to dig a little bit more deeper. And I said, okay, I know you want new, but kind of just give me more to the story so we can put the pieces together. Like, where are you at with your personal style? Like, what type of shopper are you? Are you a spender? Are you save? Like, I asked those type of questions. That's in the book as well. But he just needed to understand like personal style. He just thought all women knew how to dress. And unfortunately, his wife wasn't really good at that. And before he met his wife, I mean, he was borrowing clothes from like his college buddies. So he had absolutely no like fashion. He just put on clothes, and that was kind of it. So that was the backstory in the book. It also says it in the book as well. But so yeah, during my journey with him, I taught him how to dress himself and also just pay attention to the cues of how people react, because I don't just tell you to wear stuff. I'm informing you to wear this color because of, you know, your undertones, and then also the reactions. You know, you say you want authority, you want power when you walk into these rooms. Certain colors command certain things because it's color psychology behind it, as well as the silhouettes. I had to break that down to him. And then the in-between chapter, I also broke down to him the cost per wear. So when you buy stuff, I know it may seem like expensive, but if you're wearing this shirt like every week, you cut down the cost. You're wearing it like 52 times 52 times a year. Like, that's good enough versus buying a cheap shirt that out of like 2 or 3 washes, you're gonna be throwing that shirt away. You're gonna be buying that shirt some more. So I had to just I just had to educate him and just kind of just reprogram him into having a style of his own so he can stand alone.
And that's, I like that you said that, the whole cost per wear. I never actually think about items, and it's actually kind of sad when you do. Like, so I no longer wear suits. I no longer have that job. You know, so hardly ever an occasion to wear a suit. But you think about how much you spend on a suit, and how
I
infrequent
know.
you wear it, and how much you spend on a shirt that you would wear, and yeah, it almost doesn't balance out. It's not there.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. When I had to hone in on my own little budget, on my own budgeting, because I was not good with money in my 20s. And then as a stylist, you need to be able to do projections and have an open line of credit. I'm like, man, I gotta hone in. So after I've honed in on that, I also just started doing cost per wear of how much I'm like spending per year. And I don't know, I just went down like a rabbit hole and just kind of just incorporated that with my consultations, because, you know, a lot of people just complain like, why does this shirt cost so much? And I'm just like, you're going to be wearing this X amount of times. Like, this is why I'm asking you these certain questions. How often do you plan? So how many times can you wear this? How many bottoms can you pair this with? I'm asking these questions because I'm incorporating how many costs per wear. So I have like a specific little section in between the chapters it's the cost per wear. Yeah, how much your personal style is, and that's breaking down how much it's cost, how much you're spending on it.
No, that's fantastic because it's almost like you spend too much on the wrong things. You might spend a lot on a piece that's so distinctive that you can only ever wear it once, really. And it's like,
Yeah.
well, that was no fun.
Yeah, and then it's just taking up room in your closet, and then you're like, well, if my closet's getting clammed up, I can't see anything, so you done spent money and you're taking up room in your closet, and then you're gonna be ending up throwing it away or.
And I never thought about it before, but I guess I try to keep an eye on that too. Just think about, like, I'm not gonna buy this. I'm gonna think about when I'm gonna wear it. I'm gonna be like, if there's only like one occasion I think I could wear this at,
Right.
no, I'd rather have 3 shirts that I can wear every day, or that I can wear out to dinner, hanging out, to work, in whatever scenario.
Excuse me. Yeah, I like to think about your clothes in your closet. They need to be like families. They need to be like a family. They all need to look like each other. Of course, you're gonna have the distant cousins, which are like the special occasions. So yeah, I don't know. I always use like an analogy. So yeah, think about your pieces in your closet, especially if you are in like a corporate job, or just have like a real strict dress code. Your closet, your clothes in your closet should look like cousins. They all should resemble or look alike. And then you have like your distant cousins. Some people have more distant cousins than others, but they should all look like family members. It could be the color palette can be similar, the silhouette, but yeah, should be all one big happy family.
I think mine all do. You know,
Does it?
I think mine kind of do. Yeah.
Okay.
Without trying. Like I said, it's a lot of the shades of blue and a little bit of the green, and yeah, that seems to be kind of my go-to, especially in the summer, spring and summer. In the fall, I get into a lot of darker colors.
Okay.
But in the summer, yeah, it's all about this, and because it makes me feel like I'm at the beach.
Yes. Look at you. Theme is prepared.
It just makes me happy.
I'm going to ask about last week's discussion. What type of shopper are you?
So now, what type of shopper am I? Like I said, I'm a get in, get out, because it's not as much fun. I know what looks good. I know what works, and I know what stores carry my size and what stores do not.
Right.
Certain stores that I used to love shopping at, I'll, name drop. I used to love Express for Men back in the day because
I used to work for them.
Nice. Love it. I used to love them because I fit into everything there. And, now it's like all right, let me just go into the stores that I know work. I don't want to spend a lot of time doing it anymore. And so I just kind of want to, get in, get out, get it over with. It's not anymore like a joyful experience. I'm working on it, with going back to the gym. It was just time, and maybe that'll help. But yeah, it was a lot with the shopping. It's fast. It's not a leisurely thing. And also it's, I used to have more friends that I would go with.
Yeah.
And we would be there.
Yeah.
And now I just don't have that. So it's a lot quicker.
Okay. Yeah, I feel like as we get older, it's like shopping. Oh God, not again.
It's right. It's more of a chore. It's not as joyful. I miss the joy of it. There were times when, like I said, I could spend a day just going to every store in the mall, going back to a store, trying that on again, seeing if I like that or the other thing, literally hours.
Right.
That hasn't happened for years. But that was, it was fun back in the day.
Oh, good old Express. My days in Express, they stuck me in the men's. They always stick me in the men's. This is when Express and Victoria's Secret were like under the same company, L Brands or something like that. But Yeah, I worked for there for like 5 years. I even was a part of Stephen Curry when he had like a campaign there. I was
Okay.
a part of like the visual merchandising. Like everything was like red, cranberry red.
And it's fun. At that time, that was one of my colors as well. That's more one of my winter colors is reds. Reds and yeah, just darker colors for the winter.
All right. Look at that. Oh, good old Express. Oh,
Strolled in.
oh, the days. I think I worked at the Bridgewater one and then they transferred me out of state.
Okay, now I was I'm an Edison guy. I was at
Oh,
Menlo.
okay. I think my sister worked at that one, but she's like older. Oh, the days. Well, what else do we have? So we talked about key essentials, what influence.
And I would say another influence for me, just in my style, is moving. And I don't know if it was just an age thing or moving, but I was probably more likely to maybe be going into the city a little more when I lived in Edison. So I might dress a little differently, maybe trying to be just a little more trendy. But I live in, like I said, the northwest part of the state. I have been in the city once in the last 5 years. So the style seems it's a little more casual here. It's a little more casual, settled. And I think moving to northwest New Jersey has definitely influenced a little bit of the style. I know I've definitely gotten rid of a lot more of my clothes that just don't work here. There's just not a look that works in Hackettstown, New Jersey. Just works in the city, but it's like this is a little. Nah, I don't like this here. I don't feel as comfortable in this here as I do in New York. It's just
Too flashy or just
yeah,
yeah.
a little too flashy, a little too over the top. I'm like, yeah, no. Or all right, club days are gone, so I can get rid of all the little sparkly, almost see-through shirts. Plus, nobody wants to see me in those now anyway. So a lot of things, body type, unfortunately, is a big driver for me with the fashion.
Okay. Man, oh man, I've definitely been influenced. Yeah, I've moved like 7 times. So the
style changes just slightly with each move.
Yes. Because Florida is so hot. I lived in Miami, so it was so hot. So wearing denim was never in my wardrobe when I lived in Florida because it was just so hot. Living in Las Vegas, I don't even remember because it was just so hot. It's just sun. Dallas, Texas.
Oh, you have been all over. Wow.
Yeah, I've been all over. I've been all over. I have soaked up so much culture and just seen a lot. So yeah, that's why I said I get inspired by just like moving around and just people watching and observing. Like I really observe like a lot of stuff more than people think I am.
Just quietly observant.
Yeah, I'm definitely like observing everything. Like when I go out, I'm definitely the girl that's just like I'm looking at everything. Like, come on, okay, girls, let's go. But yeah, I have to scope out everything first.
Okay.
Yes.
So
but yeah, I live like all over. So my personal style definitely changed like a year and a half to 2 years.
Okay.
And then when I came back to New Jersey, I was just like, oh my God, I really have to bust out all 4 seasons because I'm just used to just 2.
Or Florida, just 1.
Yeah, my blood got thin and I felt like it was 50 degrees was cold. I was like, what is going on here? I'm from New Jersey.
Yeah, I found all my family that has moved to a warmer climate say the same thing.
Yeah, I was like, what is going on? So it took me like 3 years to readjust.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I'm just like, what is going on? I'm from New Jersey. Why is this happening?
So then
I was like extra bundled.
Then your style was warm and bundled up.
Yes, I had a wrap scarf up to here. They're like, where are you going? It's not even, I'm cold. Just relax. Just let me adjust. Craziness. But yeah, that was my personal style. Oh, Steve, this was such a great discussion. Look at this confident man. I hope you guys learned from Steve or grabbed some nuggets from him, as well as from my discussion, and just taking a little bit from the story that I have from my book. I'm so excited about my book.
Yeah, I was saying, where's your book available these days?
Oh, it's available for pre-order. I'm actually going to be mailing out the pre-orders on Monday.
Nice. Okay.
So yes, again, if you guys are just now coming in, the beauties are here. Yeah, Amazon takes way too much royalties. It takes 60 to 70%. So, yeah, we're doing it on my website, and then down the line, hopefully Barnes and Nobles.
Okay.
But yes, it's available for pre-order, and yes, on my website.
Excellent. Okay.
So I'm so excited. And guess what? I'm gonna do a 10% discount. We're gonna use the word evolution in the code.
Okay.
It'll last for a week. Do you want to share anything to the world, Steve?
So no, just super happy to see how you have evolved in your business, and how the confidence that you have in your business, and the book coming out. Just congratulations. Super happy for you.
Yes. Steve, I have been harassing Steve for about, what is it? We're in September now, since February?
I think February or March you first reached out to the WCC.
Yes. And they have been definitely helping me revamp my company, since, my company's based on when people go outside, they want to get dolled up. They want to get dressed up. So since the pandemic has definitely shooken that up, I definitely reached out for help for the business center, and seeking out grants, because this book, man, oh man, it was taking my pocket.
Mm-hmm.
But it's been a great journey. You guys have been extremely helpful.
Yeah, congratulations to you for all of this, and we'll still be there, I'm sure.
Of course. And I'll be harassing you guys. It's a little more, it's way more milder now, because now it's together with the people you guys have delegated to me and suggested. So I only have one more person to keep harassing, which is Chris.
Chris is great.
Chris, I'll be seeing you very soon. And yeah, but everything else, I'm out there. Don't you worry. I've been putting my foot to the ground.
Fantastic. And
this has been a great discussion.
Yes, it has. Thank you so much for including me. Like I said, it was something I never even thought about until you asked me to do it, and then I stressed for a minute, and then you sent your question, and I'm just like, oh my god, there's like so much that I can say right now.
Yeah, come on, it's just a discussion. Yeah, and I'll let you listen to there was others before you.
Yes.
Of course, one was a fashion professional already, Miss Eliza, but I'm like, no, the one after that, she's not in the, listen to that one. So, yes.
So that all worked. So thanks very much. I really appreciate it.
Yes. Thank you guys for tuning in. I'll see you guys next week with Melanie, an attorney. Woo!
Okay.
All right, I'll see you guys next week.
Take care. Bye.